what do you say, or what don't you say, maybe more importantly, if you want to get intimate, or especially if you want to get naked with a woman? Thank you so much for joining us today on Second Act TV. I'm so happy to welcome back speaker, author, and body peace coach Nina Manolson. Nina, thank you so much for joining me again.
Oh, Silke, it's always so fun to talk to you.
We've had a lot of fun on our talks, and you've given some terrific information that is really, really resonating with our viewers, both men and women. And in fact, I want to pick up on our last segment, which was, it's still getting thousands of views because it's such an important topic, and that is how our body image, body shame that we carry, especially as we age, and really what men need to know, or where it's very valuable for them to understand what it is we're going through, especially if it's affecting your intimate life. And today I want to get just even a little bit more specific on that, because lots of questions came up about this. What do you say, or what don't you say, maybe more importantly, if you want to get intimate, or especially if you want to get naked with a woman?
Yeah. So one of the things that you're framing so beautifully is that body image is an issue for us, and it gets to be a heightened issue when we're in an intimate situation and when we're getting naked. It gets to be a bigger issue. Now, that's true at any age, but then you're dealing with an aging body. Okay, so now we've got body image as an issue in our culture that's just a big issue. Then you've got it in the bedroom. Then you've got aging bodies in the bedroom. This is an issue really worth looking at in depth if you want an intimate life and if you want an open, relaxed, sensual, and sexual relationship.
Exactly.
Because what you want to create in the bedroom is safety. And I'm not just talking about condoms. I'm talking about safety, emotional safety, a sense of being able to relax and feel at ease in your body and create that for your partner. And I'm deliberately not saying men, women. It goes both ways with this. What women say impacts how men feel safe and confident and vulnerable and willing to be playful and sensual in the bedroom. And what men say impact how women feel in the bedroom in terms of being able to be naked, leaving the lights on, trying new things, exploring sensation that sometimes sadly goes dormant as we move into our 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s. We want to stay awake to that.
Yeah, exactly. And it's amazing how just some simple, innocent words, phrases, compliments, whatever, how that can so quickly just change a situation and how it sticks with you for so long. So let's talk about that. What are some specific things you just don't want to say to a woman?
All right, I'm going to start with the most basic. Don't comment about her weight. Just don't. Even if you think this is the nicest compliment ever. Oh, you've lost weight. It's not. It's not. Because if you say you lost weight and you look great, then what? What if I gain weight? And many women have gone up and down and up and down in weight. So we want to be weight neutral. So instead of, oh, you lost weight, you look radiant. Oh my gosh, you glow. I love your energy. We want to compliment essence. We want to compliment somebody's qualities. Compliment a woman on who she is, not how she looks, because our looks change.
Yeah. And as women, we do this all the time to each other. Oh my God, have you lost weight? Look, you lost a few pounds. I mean, I know I do it all the time. And ever since, I've talked with you about this, where that's pointed out to me, or where I realize it myself that I do this, I've been more careful about it. So thank you.
Yeah, I'm really passionate about changing the conversation that we have about our bodies. As women, to change how we talk to each other, with men and women with themselves.
Right.
So another thing to really not compliment, this is similar to weight, is fitness. You look so toned. Well, what happens when I sprain my ankle?
Yeah.
Right? And then I can't work out and I'm no longer toned. Right? You can say, wow, I love how you are active. It seems like it really lights you up. Right? It's not that we ignore those parts of ourselves or the other person. We just want to engage in a way that says you're a whole person and your worthiness is not dependent on your physique.
Yeah. Yeah, because you do, then you focus on, what do my arms look like, or are they? I know I've been doing that, and it's just, you just got to get away from that. It just deadens something in you. So I get it.
It deadens is a great word. It shuts the door, right? And if we're trying to be intimate with somebody, if we're trying to create safety for bodies to be in play and sensuality, we want the doors to be open. Right?
Exactly.
And so one of the things that we're talking about with the weight and the fitness is we want to be in our current body. So when we're talking to somebody and we're complimenting, wow, I just love the softness of your skin. I love just the you of you. It's current time. We're not going to their house and seeing a picture of them when they were 20 and going, oh my gosh, you look so cute. You were so thin. You were so adorable. Well, what am I now? What am I now in my 50s, 60s, 70s? Stay current time. Yeah. Right?
So the older pictures are more, what a great memory.
Yes. Yeah. Right. And again, noticing who they were. Wow, in that picture, I see somebody who's really having an adventure. Oh, you look so connected to the people. We want to see through lenses that see a whole human. Yeah. Not just our package. By this age, we know we're more than just our outsides. Yeah. You let your words speak that. Yep. Right? Another do and don't is the whole aging thing, right? So you're out shopping together and one of you puts on an outfit. You don't say, oh, that makes you look so young. Well, I'm not. I'm aging. And like my mom who's 90 says, you're aging if you're lucky, right? Yeah. We're alive. We are aging. The whole anti-aging industry, honestly, I could go on a tirade about that for a long time. I'm not anti-aging. I am getting older. I want to do it with grace? Do I want to do it with agility and mobility and sensuality and sexuality and all? Of course I do. Of course. So don't comment on, oh, you look so young. I don't want to be 18 again, right? We've learned things. We've earned our age. Honor it. Right.
What about your aging well? How does that work? Is that a compliment or not?
Right. Honestly, I would say, what exactly does that mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Just flip it. Like, what does that mean to you, aging well? Because really, for some people, it means, oh, you still look like you're young. Well, hello, I don't actually look like when I was young. I am now older, right? Or does it mean, wow, you're aging well, you have a lot of agility and mobility, and you seem like you have a very vibrant life? Okay, if that's what aging well means to you. But I would really, when someone asks those questions, be like, what does that mean, aging well to you? Right. Because it also makes people think, what is my attitude around aging, really? Yeah. It's a conversation we need to have, which is what I love about what you're doing, Silke, is constantly having that conversation about what about us at this age and this stage. Yeah. Because our culture would like us to go invisible.
Yeah, and I don't want to get you off track, but as I was getting prepared for our conversation today and reading, those keywords, what not to say, if you want to get a woman naked or that kind of stuff, just kind of playing with the keywords. And it was so interesting how much is written on that, but it's very much directed to younger people again,
Yes.
what not to say, and so much of it was focused on specific body parts, or or like preparing to get naked, what you should do, and I mean, it's no wonder we grow up so screwed up that it's just all going wrong. Because if there's certain parts or things that we're not happy with when we're younger, it's not going to get better as we age. It's not going to improve.
But, well, yes and no. Yes
Yeah.
and no.
Okay.
Because we can do our healing work.
Mm-hmm.
We can
Good point.
start to
Yeah.
be in relationship with our body in a way that is compassionate and caring, and doesn't expect our bodies to look like the unrealistic, idealized version of beauty that our media industry gives us.
Yeah.
So yes, if we're feeling insecure or vulnerable about our body, if we're feeling afraid of getting naked, there is healing work that can it's literally what I do is body peace work, right?
Yeah.
So women and men can heal and feel good about themselves. And it also brings us to this other piece of do's and don'ts, which is don't shame and trash yourself in front of somebody else. Yeah. Right? Because when you say, oh my God, I hate my belly. Oh my God, I hate my jiggle of my arms. Right? Then what you're saying is, I criticize bodies. And the other person goes, oh, are they criticizing my body?
Yeah.
Now, it doesn't mean we can't bring our vulnerabilities into the bedroom. And that is a very important thing to do. Okay. Right? To say, wow, so seems like we're going to be getting a little more intimate. I just want to say, I feel a little bit scared. I feel vulnerable getting naked because I do have some insecurities about my body. Right? I may have had years of dieting. I may have had a gym teacher that called me fat. I may have really had an old partner that was always like, so you're eating that? Right? There may be old wounds that make me feel a little bit vulnerable, a little shy, a little bit embarrassed about getting really naked. I may have scars, right? From mastectomies, from C-sections, from surgeries. Like, you're going to see that. You're going to see literally like my battle wounds from living a life. It's important to say that and to be open about it. But not be, oh, I hate that part of me, because you don't want to be saying that to yourself. And when you say it out loud to somebody else, they are imagining that that's exactly how you are seeing their body as well.
Yeah. That draws me to another question, is that what about people asking about it? I mean, is that like a don't? Unless the person brings it up, you don't ask about a scar, do you?
It depends, like if you've just been intimate and it's a very sweet moment and you guys are pouring over each other's bodies, there is a way to say, oh, I noticed there's a scar here.
Tell me about it.
If you're open to it, I'd love to know. Right? Okay. In that space of intimacy, in that space of safety, in that space of compassion. Yeah. Right? Because then it does let our bodies be. It lets our bodies tell their stories, and all of our bodies, especially as we get to this age, have a story to tell. They have a big story to tell.
Yeah, they sure do. Well, let's get on to the next one. I keep getting you off track. What's another don't?
No, we've really gone through. So don't comment about aging. Don't comment about fitness. Yeah. Don't stay in the current, right? And also no comments about looking youthful. Don't put yourself down. And the last one, don't talk about other women's bodies. Yeah. Because as soon as you objectify someone else's bodies, oh, aren't they cute? Oh, look at them. Look at their or their Well, is that how you're judging me? Right? Are you objectifying me the way you objectify them? Yeah. And I just want to say, women do this too.
Yeah.
A woman walks by and they're like, "Ooh, look at that, and look at that, and look at her, and her
Mm-hmm.
handbag, and her, car."
Yeah.
And the way we compare, what we do is make someone else feel like they're not safe, that they're
Yeah.
going to be judged as well.
Yeah.
We want a non-judgment zone.
Yeah, and that's not, I think maybe you said it, but it's not just, noticing that somebody's beautiful or skinny or this or that, but even like, my God, you could lose a few pounds, or, it's the negative words as well that maybe linger even longer than, admiring someone, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. It is. And if you are going to comment about somebody, you go, "Wow, like she walks into a room like she owns it,"
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah.
Or, "Oh, I love her confidence." Or,
Yeah.
"Wow, like, again, comment on the essence of somebody,
Right.
on how they show up in the world and give the world their grace, their talents, right?
Yeah.
When
Yeah.
you see a singer, wow, does she belt it out? Not like, oh, look at her body.
Mm-hmm.
We want to be seen for who we are, men and women.
Yeah.
We are so much more than our physical appearance.
Yeah.
Does our body matter? Yeah, of course it does. This is our vehicle. This is our home. We want it to be a
Mm-hmm.
good one. We want
Mm-hmm.
it to feel vibrant and safe and alive. But to
Right.
comment on it reduces our value and makes us feel unsafe to be intimate.
Yeah. And you brought up a good point, and we're starting to get to the end here. What I wanted to leave in closing, and I'll throw it over to you, but is that whole confidence piece. That if you start thinking of yourself as a whole versus, a bunch of parts where there's something wrong with it, just being confident is going to do so much, in the bedroom for you, how your partner perceives you, how he or she finds you attractive. That is so important to remember, that being uncomfortable or displaying that you are not comfortable, you don't have confidence, that's probably the biggest turnoff. I'll give it over to you.
In theory, yes,
Mm-hmm.
confidence is important. In reality, there's a lot of things in our life that have eroded our
Mm-hmm.
sense of self,
Right.
our sense of safety in our body, our sense of believing that we are all that and more,
Mm-hmm.
right? We've had experiences where we were made small. We've had a society that said our body and our shape and our
Mm-hmm.
size and our weight was not
Right.
okay.
Right.
So it's okay to say, I feel vulnerable. This
Mm-hmm.
is not my most confident realm, and I'm willing to experiment.
Mm-hmm.
And if it feels like you need to do some work on this before, do the work,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because you can actually reclaim, and I wouldn't call it so much confidence, but you can reclaim a relationship that feels supportive with you and your body,
Yeah, I like
right?
that. Mm-hmm. I
We
like
don't
that.
always feel like $100 in the world,
Yeah.
right? But we can feel like we are an ally to ourselves,
Mm-hmm.
that we are supporting ourselves, right?
Yeah.
That we are in a good relationship. It's what we want with our partners. It's also what we need with ourselves and our own body.
Yeah. Well, you brought up a really great point, the distinction between acknowledging it and being willing to go there, and then just shutting down and being perceived as perhaps being distant or not interested, to where, your whole intimate life goes away. So again, a conversation we can have over and over and over again, and I think we will, because it's so important. Nina,
It
I'll
is.
yeah, I will link, of course, to all of your information, to your website. If you've heard anything here today that resonated with you, gosh, give Nina a call. This is such an important topic, especially, I'll say especially for women, because it weighs heavier on us. We will be doing segments that are targeted to men and body image. But in the meantime, Nina, thank you again so much for joining us today. We'll see you again soon on Second Act TV. If you haven't done so already, please be sure to subscribe to our channel. The button is right here. Just click on through to YouTube, and when you see the little bell right next to the subscribe button, hit that too, and we'll notify you every time we launch a new video. See you next time.